All right, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're returning. All right, we're going to do Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you have Sagittarius in your birth chart. I highly recommend you go looking it up so that you can see what your placements are, because you're not just one sign, especially when watching tarot. If you are unfamiliar with how to watch tarot, you watch for all your placements, okay? Um, if anything, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and your north node. Okay, so you can get a full picture about like what you could be dealing with. If you would like a personal reading, though, I will be live again tonight, probably in a couple hours. Okay, so if you want a personal reading, it is cheaper to get a reading while I am live. Okay, so just keep that in mind, but you don't have to. Private personal readings are always all that information is listed in my bio or in the description box of every single video that I post. Okay, so let's see. Sagittarius, next 48. What's going on for you guys? I do have some channel messages that I just wrote here. Okay, so first channel message is, some of you guys may think you know somebody, but you have not seen their actual dark side or the other side of them. Okay, so you may think someone's, it depends on who's watching, but you may feel like somebody is a really good person and they could have a really dark side, or you could think somebody's a really bad person and, they actually might be a good person. Okay, so remember, like I tell you guys all the time, don't assume if you don't actually ask the person directly or get to know that person directly. Okay, because assuming makes an ass out of you and me. All right. Next channel message for you guys is if you are going somewhere or if somebody invites you somewhere, somebody could be, saying, hey, I left the door unlocked, just come on in. Okay, so somebody could be leaving the door unlocked for you. Okay, or you could be doing that for somebody. Okay, take it how it resonates. um, Also, if you talk a lot of shit, it's because you have the actual facts. So you're not really talking shit, Sag. I feel like you're just saying the truth in a harsher way, okay? If you know, you know. But the shit you talk is actually the truth, okay? So people may not like that about you, or when you do that type of thing, but it's still the truth nonetheless, okay? And the last channel message that I have for you is someone wants to see all of you. Okay, so Sagittarius placements, if you are, I don't know if you're sleeping with somebody or if you're just, I don't know, you could be in the club, okay? And I don't know if you're worried or if somebody else around you is worried about the lights coming on, but somebody's like, no, I want to see you. I'm hearing also in the daylight. Somebody, okay, yeah, so somebody could be at the club, or like I said, if you are sleeping with somebody, if you usually like turn out the lights or it's always dark, somebody wants to have the lights on. So, hopefully you're okay with that, okay? But let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for my, make sure to like the video, okay? What's going on for my Sagittariuses next 48 hours from now, whenever they see this, okay? Some of y'all could be dealing with an Aquarius or have that in your chart. Let's see. Damn, okay. What's this about? Some of y'all make sure to be careful about your drinking if you are drinking in the next 48 hours, okay? Or be careful of somebody who is very selfish that's trying to keep you stuck in a certain situation, okay? If you are in a, I don't know if you're in a relationship or anything, Sag placements, but whatever the case is, if you feel stuck, you need to figure out a way to get out of that situation or away from that person, away from that party, away from that job. Okay, whatever the case is, if you're not happy, if you're unsatisfied with your current state, you know, work on leaving. Okay, so let's see what's going on for my Sagittariuses for the next 48 hours. You may be stuck somewhere. I'm also hearing like you may have gone against your own judgment or your own intuition. You might be going against your intuition in the next 48 hours, Sag, especially if you're like drinking. If you work somewhere, Sagittarius, and you're drinking too much or something, um, you, okay. Anyways, but if you are drinking and you got work the next day, you may not, I don't know, you could be too hungover, okay? And you knew not to drink, that much, or, you knew not to drink on a work night or a school night, whatever you want to call it, okay? Some of y'all, yeah, you got somewhere to go. You got somewhere to go, Sag, okay? What's the Eight of Wands here? And you're stuck. You're stuck. Don't drink and drive either, okay? I don't know who needs to hear that, but don't drink and drive, okay? Make sure you're not speeding as well, okay? Because you may be stuck, or you might be being held up in a certain situation in traffic, okay? And if it's not that, some of y'all just may be stuck in traffic, okay? But let's see. I feel like you're going to have to rely on somebody around you to help you. What is this? What's going on for Sagittariuses? This is like you wanting to move forward, but you can't, whether that's emotionally or physically. But for a lot of you, I see you like actually like stuck. And something about you being stuck is making you feel like kind of insecure or embarrassed. What's that about? Yeah, something is like a burden to you. So what is this? What is this for Sag? This is like, there's a lot of insecurity going on here, Sagittarius, for your reading. I don't know why, but for some reason, okay, let me just ask. Why is Sagittarius being so insecure in the next 48? Because it makes you upset, right? I mean, you have a right to feel how you feel, but somebody sees you as like very I'm hearing charming, very beautiful. They like you. Somebody likes you, or people like you. If you're around a bunch of people or something in the next 48, you have no reason to feel insecure. I understand if you do, but I don't know if you feel trapped mentally, physically. You could feel like claustrophobic or something, or you're worried about how you look, and so you're kind of staying in a corner. I feel like you're out somewhere and you're like, no, I'm okay over here, like it's okay. It's because someone, or some of y'all Sag placements, could feel insecure about how you look, but people like you. They like you. So okay. What else? I feel like the only person being mean about you is you. Okay. Some of you guys, oh God, some of you guys may think somebody's making fun of you if you're drinking or something. You may get the wrong idea about how people are viewing you, okay? And it's making you insecure. So that's why I said earlier, like with the Nine of Cups reversed, make sure to, just balance it out, okay? What is this? Sagittarius, what's going on for you for the next 48? Okay. This is you. This is you. Okay? Obviously let things play out or watch for a different sign, okay? But Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this is you. This is your insecurities talking. Because no, like I said, nobody else, people like you wherever you're at. Nobody's looking at you like that. And even if they do like look at you for a little bit longer, they're not looking at you in like a bad way. They're like, wow, she's really pretty. Wow, they're really handsome. They look really good. Who is that? I feel like people are curious about you, Sag. But you're over here like, shit, they're looking at me. They must think I'm ugly. They must think da 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 da. They must think I'm this. You're the only one betraying yourself. Okay, Three of Swords reversed. This is you talking negatively about yourself, because we have 3 insecure cards that came out here so far. So this is about you talking bad about yourself. Okay, you may feel like you can't go somewhere because you don't feel good enough. Sag, okay, come on. What else? Somebody might be telling you that, like, okay, come on, you know, somebody of high stature, or somebody who has a good amount of money, or lives a very fruitful life, especially material wise. That person could be very nice to you, or you know maybe you're doing this for somebody too. It could be flipped, obviously, it's tarot, so you can flip the roles if you need to, but I think it's you. Ten of Swords. Why are you so down in the dumps besides being insecure? And then we have the Five of Wands reverse. Nobody's combating you. I feel like if you feel like people are being combative towards you, Sag, in the next 48, it's because you are coming off as like a combative person, you know? So please be careful about that. Have you ever had a friend where you're out, you know, like say at the club or whatever, and then there's that one friend, or maybe you know, have been like, what the fuck are they looking at? And it's you're like no one's looking at you, or somebody like casually like remotely brushes against your arm when they're walking by, and you're like, bitches say whoa, I can't talk. Bitches can't say excuse me, okay? Or, you know, dudes, okay, whatever. But this is like you taking something wrong, or you think somebody's like attacking you. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that, Sag, okay? What else? Oh Lord. So I feel like you're kind of trying to isolate yourself, or why am I saying somebody sit in the bathroom? Y'all are out at some event or in public at the club. Sag, okay, what the hell? Let's see. If you're worried about not looking a certain way, or make sure you get up early. I don't know. Make sure you look good, okay? Do something earlier, sooner rather than later, okay? In the next 48. I don't know where you're going, but if you want to make sure you feel good, make sure you do something earlier. Get up earlier. Take a longer nap, you know, so you feel better. Whatever the case is. Um and watch your money, okay? Watch your money, watch your spending. What's going on for Sag? You're staying to yourself at like an event, a party, something where there's other people around. You're like not wanting to interact. Or maybe you feel like you can't interact because you don't know these people. Maybe you know like the head person, okay? You could know an Aries. Doesn't have to be an Aries, but you could know the person like in charge. Why are you being so like what is this? Why are you being so to yourself, Sag? Besides, okay, we're gonna pull some oracle because I feel like you don't even want to tell me. Like what's the problem? Hopefully somebody might be, you know, asking you like what's wrong. You guys could be like nothing. Don't do that. Because if you're talking to me, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna ask you maybe once or twice. If you don't want to tell me what's wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, beg you to find out. No, tell me what's wrong. No, I'm not that. No, no. If you have something wrong, you know, or you might be saying this to somebody, Sag. You might have to be like, okay, well, I guess nothing's wrong because you don't want to tell me. So either speak up or, you know, be left behind. You got to grow up around here, you know? Everyone has their own issues or insecurities, but if somebody's asking you, like, what's wrong or can I help you, like, in a nice way, to either tell them or deal, you know? We're adults here. So let's see what's going on for Sagittarius for the next 48 hours. Some of y'all may feel like you don't have enough money to do something, okay? Or you're worried, you feel like less than. Oh, some of you guys could feel like you don't fit in financially around these people. Like you may be around like a bunch of, like I said, Sag. And anyways, you people like you wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. Even if people are more wealthy than you or have more of this or that than you in the next 48, wherever you are, they like you. They're not looking at you for your money. You're looking at them for their status and everything because they look whatever type of way. You're comparing yourself, but they're not looking at you like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Some of you guys are trying to, you're like, oh, I don't have this, or, you know, I probably can't talk to that person because you got to fake it till you make it, Sagittarius. Y'all know I tell you that all the time. Fake it till you make it. It's a part of the law of attraction. Okay. You got to be a little bit delusional to sometimes, you know, get in where you fit in. You got to network, you know, people are, especially people with actual money, a lot of the time they are more open to people who are not on their level sometimes, you know, depending on the person, obviously. But they like someone who's just normal, you know. So keep that in mind. You don't have to have a certain amount of money. If anything, dress like you got money. You don't have to have a bunch of money to look like money. Okay? And if you really know about people who have wealth, they don't always, they can have nice stuff, they can buy nice things, but a lot of the time they shop at Walmart, they shop at, Ross, whatever the case is, because they're penny pinchers. That's why they have so much damn money. Okay? So keep that in mind. They like you. Whoever these people are, they don't care about what you got in your pockets. I guarantee you nobody's going to ask about what you make. They might ask what you do, maybe for work or something, but so what? Don't lie. I feel like these people want to see something normal. It's kind of like, imagine you being around a bunch of celebrities, and they got all this money, right? Or they make a lot more money than you. They have this and that. I forgot what I was going to say. Some of y'all might forget what you're going to say, but they want to interact with the normal person, or the person who seems normal, which is you. So stop comparing, okay? Anyways, let's see, because I feel like you're your own worst enemy, Sag. They're looking to you. I don't know if you're performing somewhere, or I'm telling you, like, there's a spotlight on you. Some of you guys, if you are in the spotlight, you might be, going up, okay? Getting more attention. But especially if you're at an event, something at this event could actually, that's what I was talking about, like networking. People want to see what you have, what you do. I meant to say, like, what you have to offer. They want to see what you're about. They're not asking you how much money you make. They want to know what you do. Okay? There's something about that. Let's see. What's going on for my Sagittariuses? And we have gambler. Like I said, make sure to watch your money. Some of y'all could be going to the casino. Look, shine. Okay? And if anybody, I just want to say, if anybody, which I don't think so, but if anybody at this event or place is giving you a hard time because you're shining bright, you're getting attention, there might be one person, maybe two, who is looking at you in a more negative way because they're not getting the spotlight. I'm trying to think of a scenario where, how in the movies they have the rich girl, and then maybe like the poor girl is getting the attention from the hot jock guy, the hot guy at school or whatever. The rich girl or the popular girl's gonna, she's gonna get all pissy about it. It's something like that. Like, you may have less, or you may come from a certain place that's maybe not up to wherever you're going in the next 48, but you're meant to be there. Okay, Sagittarius, you're meant to be wherever you're at. If you were invited, you're meant to be there. So act like it. Okay, let's see. Look, this could be at some sort of like retreat, hotel. Okay, some of y'all could be traveling or something in the next 48, even if it's not far. But act like you're supposed to be there, okay? Because you are. What else is going on for my Sagittarius? Is these people literally like the fact that they don't know what you're. They don't know. They're not used to what you do. They don't know what it is that you offer. So explain it or tell them, or you don't have to, but they're interested. You're mysterious in the best way to these people, okay? You might think they're like, oh no, like that they're going to make fun of you, but they're not. And something about this, like you explaining what you do, what you have, or what you offer could like actually help you financially, exposure wise. Like somebody in this place knows somebody, or there's like a connection that could actually benefit you in the long term. So interact, okay? You never know who you could meet. You never know where things could, lead you to. I always encourage people to network, okay? Let's see. Anything else important for Sagittarius for the next 48? If y'all are in a relationship, and you're thinking that this person only wants to sleep with you, yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to keep that one short. But this person is very lustful, okay? There's not much love. And if you're afraid of this person cheating or stepping out on you, let's see. Yeah, some of y'all, if you're dealing with somebody, even if you're not in an actual relationship, you might be worried about this person stepping out on you, okay? We can see real quick. Is this person stepping out on Sagittarius? Is this person stepping out on Sagittarius? If they do, it's like a date. It's like they go on dates, or they could go on dates, okay? But they're not really interested in finding more out about these people, okay? So your person or whoever you're dealing with, they could go on dates, you know, but that's about it, okay? I feel like this person, you know, these people that this person like interacts with or maybe goes on dates with, they don't add up to who you are. So they kind of lose interest very quickly. They find them to be kind of annoying, actually. Okay, so if you notice that somebody always comes back to you, that's because they feel like everybody else outside of, you know, anybody else they try to talk to, go on a date with, they find them to not be entertaining. They don't measure up to you. Okay, Sag. Let's see. I'm telling you, y'all are going to a party. We just got a nightclub. Okay, I love this card. But I think you'll have a good time, Sagittarius. I think you'll be, as long as you look good, you can fit in. I don't know what else to tell you about that. These people are all looking at you. The spotlight is on you. Even if you don't have the best clothes or whatever, you know, you can find something. At least do your hair and makeup. Yeah, your anxiety. Okay, yeah, your anxiety is gonna subside. Okay, we have it reversed and resolving issues. Okay, you'll be fine. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's do a quick Aries through Pisces if you're dealing with the Aries through Pisces. Okay, just real quick, like how they feel about you. Okay, so let's see. We're almost done. How many minutes are we? 20. Okay, that's decent. All right, let's see. Let's use this one. All right. So, Sagittarius, if you are dealing with an Aries, and I'll timestamp this part too, okay? You need to pay attention to the red flags about this Aries person, okay? Don't ignore things that are clearly in front of your own face, okay? If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person they might take too long to actually communicate with you. This person likes to take their sweet time, okay? So even in relationships or connections, if you're dealing with the Taurus, this person doesn't really want to, they're not ready to like make any commitments, okay? If you're dealing with a Gemini, this person's extremely indecisive, okay? You can also watch for this person's moon sign or whatever if you want, okay? But if you're dealing with a Gemini, this person is way too indecisive and it's causing delays, okay? If you are dealing with a Cancer, this person could have stepped out on you and, you know, maybe they thought the grass was greener on the other side or with somebody else, okay? This person may still act very jealous over you, but they also cheat or step out, okay? So consider that. If you are dealing with a Leo, this person wants to show you some sort of evidence, okay? If you're dealing with a Leo, there could be something revealed, okay? Some sort of evidence could come out. If you're dealing with a Virgo, this person is very ruthless, okay? This person is very cruel. They don't mind chopping people up, okay, emotionally. So I would stay away from this person, okay? If you're dealing with a Virgo. If you're dealing with a Libra, this person could be lying to you about something, okay? It could have something to do with children, their kids. their kids or a kid, fertility, snake, okay? Or this person, for some of you, if you're dealing with a Libra, this person could actually be not able to have kids, okay? So be aware, okay? You might want to check. Um, somebody may be, is the word impotent? I forget, I don't know. But if you're dealing with a Scorpio, this person is very dense. They like to, see what you're up to, but at the same time, they don't want you to know what they're doing. So they could be very secretive, okay? If you're dealing with another Sagittarius, this person has addictions, okay? They're healing though. They're healing. Um, this person may be trying to break some sort of what do they call it? Generational curse, a cycle, a toxic cycle, okay, that they know they have to heal from and fix, okay? If you're dealing with a Capricorn, this person is love bombing you, okay? If they give you a bunch of, I was about to say, if they give you a bunch of information at once, I meant to say, if you're dealing with a Capricorn and they give you a bunch of attention, you know, pay attention to that because that's probably them love bombing you. Okay, we have love bombing. Also, if this person gives you a lot of information at first or all at once, you need to be aware of that because this person may be saying a lot so that you don't question what they don't say. This person may be saying a lot or putting a lot on the table, but leaving out the important parts that you should know. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you need to pay attention to your intuition, okay? This person also could feel like you are very psychic or you need to trust your gut, even if it's about them, okay? And if you're dealing with a Pisces, I got two cards, I guess. Okay, we have divine intervention and home. This person could be spending a lot of time in the home, okay? This person also could be inviting you to their home either soon, or they could be inviting you to their home or vice versa. Okay. Anyways, that is what I got for you guys. Also, if you're dealing with a Pisces, this person feels like you are someone who feels very familiar. Okay. They like being around you or in your home. Okay. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. I don't know what's going on with my throat. It's been itching. Not bad, but I don't know. Probably the chips I ate. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I will be back on live in a couple hours. I'm taking a little break and then I'll be back to do personals, okay?